the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Cal took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Berkeley. Never underestimate the importance of a road win. The team's trajectory. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. But even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Running into the open space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Snagged in the middle. It's Sategna. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's Tatum. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Dropping back, it's Ali. Got his man in the middle. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Blair. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
To the air, it's Ali. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That has to sting as a defense. In a third and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual-threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that to happen. That time, the defense wasn't in the right position, and the quarterback absolutely killed them with his legs, picking up the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Puts it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Lobos will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Lobos! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
Man, that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The Sooners will hustle to the line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Fires to the right. Man, did he have a read on that one and almost had the pick. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right.
If you want to sit back in zone, it's my job to find holes as the wide receiver in the zones. Nice little curl route, curls right behind the defender. Great pitch and catch.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Ali. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it. There he goes. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, New Mexico! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Boston College is in danger of getting demolished today, and while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 21 to Virginia Tech. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wide open downfield. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Sategna. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Caught close to the marker, it's Tatum. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try to pick up some positive yards.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Kearney. The Sooners want to move quickly. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try to get it through the air. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It had been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got into the end zone. So obviously still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard. But that's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think, before heading into the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Ali. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
And the Lobos will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing.
Wide open spaces. He's inside the 40. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown Sooners! And here they come, almost all the way back. And they'll try to tack on 2. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. The give on the option. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Miller. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide open. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Back gets the give. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Turning it on. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things you can't coach. Now,
looking for the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Lobos!
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they're trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Fires complete on the crosser. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And wings it incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell.
Brings into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question. They decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the comeback is on.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Got the quick completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Ali. Pressure coming. And they'll wrap him up.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Man, this defense has picked it up, playing with so much better emotion. Another sack. Great job. This team, they're on a run. Everything going in their direction. They got to get off the field on this possession.
A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
With the catch, it's Thomas. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They could really use a few yards here on third down, because from here, it would be a 61-yard attempt. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Fires left. Hits the open man. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
QBs want to make... plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man, it's Ali. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Card in the backfield. It's McKinney. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Lobos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Play action on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him, and you know it's a long game.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Running the red zone. It's McKinney. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. On the ground, it's Hall. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
To the ground with the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. On the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Trying play action. Dances away. Touchdown, New Mexico! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. takes the handoff. It's Tatum. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. To throw, it's Dampier. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. To the air on second down. That pass is incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throwing right. That's caught. It's Wheeler. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Kennesaw State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to at KSU. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Back to throw, it's Ali. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Blair. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. He's got it inside the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess.